want to get fitter and feel sharper. This is probably one of the most common things that players say to me when they come to work with me, and the big question I ask them is, what is fit? What is sharper to them? I mean, I know people who run triathlons, I know people who are absolutely shredded, they train every single day in the gym, they do some extra running. I know people who do powerlifting, and there's absolutely no doubt about all these different types of people is they're super fit. But when it comes to football fit, if you threw them onto a football pitch and within 30 minutes, the chances of them breathing out their backside would be pretty high, because it's not relevant, it's not specific to the game of football. So if you've ever felt that way before, or maybe you do now, where you feel like you're training a lot, or you feel like your fitness is pretty good, you're going to the gym, you're doing extra running, you're doing everything that you think is right by the book, but when it gets to the game day, you just feel like your fitness isn't there, you can't last more than 90 minutes. And I'll often see players doing things like 5k runs, hard repeat sprints, multiple times a week, they're training hard. More often than not, these people can actually run a 5k really fast, and they can run pretty quick. They seem to be super fit all the time, but again, when they get to game day, they'll complain that they don't feel fit or sharp. And I see and speak to players who are doing so much training, trying to be football fit, but many of them are battling with just two things. And it's one, they're not feeling like they're fit enough to play 90 minutes and beyond, whilst maintaining the quality of their performance. We can all last 90 minutes and stay on the pitch for 90 minutes, but being able to play in the 90th minute just like we would in the first 5 minutes is what football fitness is really all about. The second big thing is people picking up niggling injuries or feeling heavy, lethargic or like crap on the pitch. Naturally that will impact their chances of playing well, impact their chances of getting selected again, and of course if they're injured, they'll be on the sidelines. Now, to get football fit and sharp on the pitch, you need to consider all the elements of the peak performance pyramid that we've already spoke about in the workshop. You're not going to feel sharp if you're carrying extra body fat. That's just a fact. You're not going to feel fit if your endurance isn't high enough, your aerobic fitness. You're not going to feel fit if you don't have the strength or power or speed to keep up with the opposition. Even if you've got the endurance, people are going to be whizzing past you, bossing you off the pitch, and you're not going to look fit. Most importantly, you're never going to be match fit if you're picking up niggling injuries, because you've got poor movement quality, poor mobility, poor stability, you've got bad lifestyle choices. Remembering things like not getting consistent sleep increases your risk of injury. You're going to have lack of resiliency in your body if you don't have the strength, which means you're more at risk of picking up injuries. If you're training like a bodybuilder or a powerlifter, or even worse, not doing anything at all, like not training lower body in season, not training in the gym at all throughout the whole season, not doing power work. And then what can happen is you feel lethargic and heavy on the pitch, and this vicious cycle continues. And the two most important metrics for football fitness is, number one, how many games did you play last year that were more than 70 minutes? Competitive matches with your squad. The second question is, when was the last time you were injured? This is what coaches care about, availability. The best ability is availability, able to play the full game, week in, week out, whilst maintaining your position for the team, doing your job for the team, and of course completing any skills, whether it be passing, tackling, pressing, shooting, getting back into position, and doing that with quality whilst under fatigue. We all know as a football player, no matter how fit you are in pre-season or off the pitch, you need to be playing football matches competitively, and that means the strength, power, speed, endurance, body fat levels, nutrition, recovery, all these things are just a preparation to play the game. But if you're not available to play, or you're not playing for whatever reason, or you're playing like crap because your training's not where it should be, you need to ask yourself, what is the point in training? What is it you're doing it for? So if you're putting all the effort in, you're not progressing, or you're overwhelmed or confused with actually what to do because there's so much things, players are picking little bits of sessions off of Instagram, picking stuff off Google, you're doing a generic PDF training plan, and all of it isn't really getting where you want to get to. You need to change your training, you need to consider things, especially if those two main metrics are not what they should be. So today's task is really straightforward. I want you to give me the answer of, number one, how many games did you play last year that were more than 70 minutes? I want you to only tell me the number if you played more than 70 minutes and you actually felt good. I don't mean dragging yourself over the 71 minute mark and hooked off because you're so exhausted. I want to know how many games were you able to play football for that duration. And the second one is, when was the last time you were injured that meant that you missed a game of football due to that injury? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the group.